Okay, let's look at question 2. In this question, a given thermal degradation will affect a lubricant when it is exposed to high temperatures, normally in excess of 200 degrees Celsius. Once the lubricant experiences thermal degradation, it will become darker and will smell like burnt smell. Based on the given information, propose a hypothesis that best relates to the condition of the lubricant. Okay, so for A, you have to write the hypothesis. Okay. Right, so the hypothesis is if a lubricant is exposed to temperature above 200 degrees Celsius, then it will undergo thermal degradation. The higher the temperature, the darker the lubricant color, and the more the thermal degradation. Okay, so for this question, you get 5 marks. Okay, so if you have the higher the temperature, the darker the lubricant, and the higher the thermal degradation. Okay. Okay, now let's look at question B. With the use of appropriate apparatus and material, design a suitable experimental setup to test the hypothesis stated in A. Okay, so for the apparatus, we will write apparatus and material. Okay, so for the first one, it's oil lubricant. Okay, use the same type of lubricant. Okay, second is the heat resistant beakers. Okay, third is a hot plate or temperature control oil bath or oven. Fourth is the thermometer. Okay, fifth is the timer. Six is the color chart. 7 is the fume hood. 8 is the gloves and also safety glasses. Okay, now let's write the procedure. Okay, first prepare a control sample kept at room temperature or below 200 degrees Celsius. And then number 2, prepare lubricant samples of equal volume and expose them to selected temperatures. Okay, temperatures such as 150 degrees Celsius, 200 degrees Celsius, 220 degrees Celsius, and 250 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. And then third, record the initial color, smell, and viscosity of the lubricant. Okay, so because we also need viscometer, we add on the apparatus. Okay, fourth is after heating, let the sample cool down, and then record the final observation. Okay, repeat each condition at least 3 times to check consistency and also reduce random error. And 6, use ventilation to remove fumes from heated lubricant, and then make sure you use the same lubricant type, sample volume, container type, exposure time, and observation method. Okay, so for this question, you will get 10 marks. Yeah, 10 marks. Okay, so from the procedure and apparatus, get 10 marks. Okay, now let's look at question C. Identify all the experiment variables and also give the best way to tabulate the variables. Okay, so you have to identify independent variable. Okay, this is the heating temperature and also the time taken. Okay, exposure time. And then dependent variable is the lubricant color, smell, and also the viscosity, and control variable. Okay, this is the lubricant type, and also the sample volume, and the container, as well as the heating duration, cooling time, and ambient condition, and also observation method and instrument. Okay, and then to tabulate the data, we can use example like this first. Okay, the sample, temperature, exposure time, initial color, final color, order, viscosity, and conclusion. Okay, so this is marking 5 marks for the variables and for the table.